June 29th. PZM Essentials webinar. Today we're going to be covering creating and applying personal crop budgets. My name is Dan Bahe, and I'm one of the precision business planning specialists here at AgSolver. So before we get started, I want to let everyone know that we are in Q&A mode. So if you have any questions, please type in your question in the chat box below where you see my contact information and then all our support email. My email is djba@agsolver.com and our support email is support@agsolver.com. And you can also contact me via cell phone. My number is 319-238-1978. We'll hop into the application of PZM. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually navigate to the edit crop budget template page on the account page. So we went to account, which is located at the top right hand corner. And then if we scroll all the way to the bottom, right above where we can import AgX account, we have an edit crop budget template. We'll click on that orange. So here we have a list of crop budget templates that I've already created. We're going to be creating a 2016 corn crop budget template on our own farm. So we'll go to click on the green, add budget template. We will name this budget template Mutual Resources 2016 corn production. So down we have two areas for revenue, commodity price, and then other revenue. For commodity price, we're going to put 384 national insurance average. Be a good starting place for us. Other revenue, we're going to leave that blank for right now. This is where we put in a ARC payment, PLC payment, insurance payment, or CRP payment, things like that. Next, we're going to scroll down to our expense lines. For equipment expense, for us, it cost roughly right around $40 an acre for corn production this year. Our seed cost, on average, that's going to be right around $128 an acre. And then when we also upload our as applied data, this cost will actually turn into cost per 1,000 seeds planted per acre. Fertilizer cost for corn production is $140. What we can do, we can add our anhydrous cost. So we could put that at 100 and then add a subcategory for our dry down or plow down, excuse me. Have that be $40. And we can name this subcategory plow down for. Next, herbicide and insecticide. For us, it's about $58. Insurance, interest on the operating note. We can simply type in these numbers in the box on the right hand side here, or we can move the sliders. It's really simple. And I have our specific crop budget here. We can also base this off of the Iowa state average or your state specific crop budget. All right, now once we've selected and imported all of our budgets, we can go ahead and click Save. And then you can see Mutual Resource 2016 corn production crop budget. And on this, we can apply this to all of our fields with one click once we get into the application. Now we're going to actually navigate our way to that specific field. So we'll go to the Ag Solver Training Enterprise. We'll scroll down to the Sanders field, where I've already created a 2016 corn projection with a yield goal of 215 bushels per acre. And this field is on the north side, and we also include the south barrier within the Sanders field. So on this 77 acres with the expected yield goal of 215, you can see we have profitability of right around $40 an acre. But this is using the Iowa State average corn after soybeans crop budget. So, and they're using commodity price 367. Their equipment is substantially higher. But what we're going to do, we're going to go to our copy budget template drop-down list. And here is where we have our Mutual Resource 2016 corn production template that we've already created. It imports all the line items. We can scroll down and then simply click Save to apply this new crop budget. So another way we can apply a crop budget is manually going in and editing each individual line item. So we're going to go to the Grandma's field. And this is where I created another 2016 soybean projection scenario with a yield goal of 60 bushel soybeans now. We'll go to the options drop down where we can edit our budget on our specific zone. And for this, I've created a whole field zone to adjust our soybean yield from a corn yield, but still show the high resolution variability. So here we have 937 soybeans. We're going to bump that up to 978 for right now. And throughout the year, do we go and adjust this based off of our in-season marketing decisions that we do on each individual field? We're going to delete these subcategories because for this year we are basing our equipment expense off of one individual price. So for us, soybeans are a little cheaper, less machinery. So instead of $39, we have $35. Seed cost, that's actually going to be $65. Fertilizer, it's going to be right around $43. Protection package, foliar feed, you're going to be right around $65 or $68, excuse me. So then on this field, we're actually planning on hauling directly to the elevator, and the trucking price is already included into that. We pre-contracted, so we're not having any costs. We're not storing. We're trucking straight land costs. And we can also adjust it based off the slider too. And here we can save the crop budget template. So at the beginning of this webinar, we went to the account page and created the crop budget template there. We can also do the same thing here by readjusting, but For right now, we're going to click Save. So we can apply our new crop budget to the projected scenario for soybean production with a yield goal of 61 bushels, have a strong profit per acre with a return on investment, along with 2% acreage opportunity ratio, working capital opportunity, which is showing the expected amount of dollars operating against a negative return. And within this field, we do have certain tile issues in certain parts of the field. And so on the southwest corner here and the southeast corner, we strung a line 2 years ago. Move this over, and we can then review our expected yield goal, return on investment for this field. One thing that we're looking at is trying to alleviate some of these issues where we have right inside the driveway due to the soil compaction. We can look at our break-even expenses, production efficiency, break-even commodity price, which we're expecting to on this field to be north of $9. So it's nice using this tool to see what is our range for each individual field with the specific crop budget applied. So we'll go back to our agenda. So we've navigated and created a crop budget for 2016 corn production scenario and applied it to the Sanders fields. And then we also only adjusted 2016 soybean production on the Grandma's field. So I want to thank everyone for joining our June 29th PZM Essentials webinar regarding creating and applying personal crop budgets. We'll stay open for a little bit, see if anyone has questions. I want to mention that it's really simple and easy to quickly get in a crop budget within Profit Zone Manager. And even a good starting place, we have all the land grant university crop budgets already preloaded, and they're geo-referenced. So if you have a field located in, say, Illinois, and you have 2013 yield data that is being applied to that specific scenario, Profit Zone Manager will geo-reference that field, so it'll pull out all the crop budgets for Illinois, and then it'll also correlate it back to the year of operation. So pull all the 2013 crop budgets for Illinois, so then you can go and select, is this in a continuous corn rotation, corn after soybeans, herbicide tolerant soybeans, things like that. And then up above, we have all of our templates that we've created. And so, and then when we apply this budget template to, say, one of our rented fields, we'll just go in and adjust the land cost to what we're paying for rent, and then also, depending on how far away the field is, we'll go in and readjust the trucking cost, because we have one field that's about 18, 20 miles away from our drying site, so automatically that field's going to cost us more than the cornfield right across the road. If there is no more questions, I want to thank everyone for joining our webinar today. And I also want to mention that at 11 o'clock, we will have our intermediate planning webinar reviewing fungicide application pay in 2016, where we'll be using these fields and looking at the potential and hypothetical situation of northern corn leaf blight coming in, and we would take a yield loss, and we're going to compare that yield loss with no fungicide application to a application of fungicide along with the yield protection. Not necessarily looking at a yield gain. We can. That's not a problem. And so, but thank you for joining our webinar today. See you at 11.